If you're training hard and still fading late in races, you're not unlucky, you're training wrong. More mileage won't fix it, more intervals won't fix it, and a higher VO2 max won't save you when fatigue hits. Science shows endurance isn't built by fitness alone, it's built by durability, and most runners never train it. In this video, I'm going to break down the fastest science-based way to build endurance so you can run for hours without breaking down, no matter where your starting point is. I'll also show you exactly what effective training weeks look like so you can stop wasting time on workouts that don't actually move the needle. Let's start with a simple question. What actually is endurance? Most runners think endurance just means having a high VO2 max or a strong heart, but the science shows endurance is much more than that. A major scientific review published in 2008 showed that endurance performance is built from three main components. First, how much oxygen your body can use, which we call VO2 max. Second, how long you can sustain a fast pace before fatigue forces you to slow down, often measured as lactate threshold. And third, how efficiently you move, known as movement or running economy. This explains why two runners with the same VO2 max can have very different endurance performance. But according to more recent research published in 2025, there is a fourth component that is often overlooked. That component is durability. Durability describes how well your psychological systems resist fatigue over time. In simple terms, it's how well your body holds its fitness together during long efforts. This research showed that endurance is not just about how fit you are at the start of a run, but how little that fitness declines as fatigue builds in. This is why durability can completely change performance in longer races. So why does durability actually matter then? You see this clearly when comparing short distance and long distance endurance athletes. Athletes may have similar aerobic capacity on paper, but very different durability. Some athletes fade quickly as fatigue builds, others can hold their pace, form, and efficiency for hours. The difference is not talent, it is training emphasis. Long, steady, patient work builds durability. This is why endurance training cannot be built on intensity alone. Here is a simple definition of endurance. Endurance is the ability to keep producing energy over long periods of time, using oxygen efficiently, maintaining movement economy, and resting fatigue. The good news is that all of these components are trainable, and they are trained using the same principles that world-class endurance athletes use. This is how elite athletes train their endurance system. A 2025 study analyzing the training methods of world-class endurance coaches identified 4 key principles. These are coaches who consistently produce top-level endurance athletes. First, they use traditional periodization. That means they do not train everything at once. They train in phases. Second, they structure the week around 2 or 3 key training days supported by easy running. Thirdly, they gradually shift training towards race-specific demands as competitions approach. And fourth, they focus heavily on training quality. Every session has a purpose. The key takeaway here is simple. The fastest way to build endurance is not by training more or training harder. It's by training smarter and harder consistently. So let me try to explain periodization in simple terms then. Periodization is just training in phases. It is the big picture structure of your training over weeks and months. In traditional periodization, there are 4 main phases: the base phase, the build phase, the peak phase, and the taper phase. Each phase builds on the one before it. In the base phase, the goal is to increase volume and time on your feet. Most running is easy. This builds aerobic capacity and durability. In the build phase, intensity gradually increases, volume stabilizes or slightly decreases, and this is where speed and threshold ability improve. In the peak phase, training becomes more race specific. Workouts closely match the pace and demands of your target race. Finally, in the taper phase, volume is reduced while intensity is maintained. The goal is not to gain fitness, but to absorb it. This phased approach is strongly supported by endurance training research and is consistently used by elite athletes all around the world. Training with purpose is a mindset. This is something I coach all of my athletes with, to develop a mindset that every workout, no matter how hard or easy, has a purpose. When you can see this, it will change how you approach your training. You see, runners that don't see that every run has a purpose will do things like running their easy days too fast, as they don't see the real purpose of an easy run. Training quality does not mean training hard all the time. Training quality means training with intent and purpose. Every session should have a clear goal. That goal might be physiological, technical, or even mental. On every easy run, the goal may be to recover and to relax. On a hard run, the goal may be maintaining form under fatigue or hitting a specific pace consistently. A session is high quality if the goal is achieved. This mindset is consistently used in elite training environments and is supported by coaching research. It's the same mindset that I'm always instilling into all of our athletes in the Run the Race coaching programs. So if you're wanting some additional advice on how you should be better training, jump onto my website at runtherace.au and use the email form on the front page and type better training advice in the what would you like advice box, and I'll work out the best time to do a video call with you to see how you can better structure your training for your next race. So in closing, remember that endurance is built from multiple systems, not just fitness numbers. Durability matters, easy days are not optional, periodization allows consistent progress, and purpose turns training into performance. Train smarter and harder and you'll see the results. As we know, having the correct running form will significantly reduce your risk to running related injuries from incorrect posture, and understanding how you can improve your running form without getting injured in the process or without having to stop your intense running schedule in the short term will greatly assist you with achieving better results in your running journey. So to help you understand the benefits of improving your running form and your posture, I've put together a video on that exact topic, and that video is coming up right now.